Hey, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
So we'll get just stuck into pretty much right where we left off with a little bit of editing. Obviously, we all know Meg is not here right now, so she'll have to listen in and make the final decision on how she actually kills Dragon Vor. So I'm just going to start with a very basic thing as we get the session going. And hopefully Tim is able to pop in when he is able to. But right now it's just you two.
Seems like a
Valen
downgrade.
strikes the final blow on Dragon Vor. The strike releases a flood tide of what seems like steam from his body gushing out and around the party. It flows quickly, dissipating throughout this nest. A heavy silence fills the air as the battle sounds begin to lessen. Cries of surprise echo through the air and reach the party's ears. Before the group, where Dragon Vor fell, is a twisting red form that solidifies into a single twisted horn. That is all that remains of his battered form burst asunder. As you stand waiting, looking, taking a final moment of a deep breath after this enormous battle, you are approached by Tritus Valerian. They enter the nest.
How's the year?
Uh,
How did he get here that fast?
It's a little bit of time. You guys can pause and rest if there's anything you want to say to each other. In the meantime, it's 10 minutes. Tritus Valerian walks up to you.
I think in this moment, there's just that silence of what the fuck just happened? Did this act? We did it?
That was too easy.
So yes, the Tritus Valerian approaches you and says, "Friends, it appears that the battle is over. Please join us outside."
Apollo nods his head in silence and is just observing the carnage that is left where we currently are.
Mm-hmm. And as you walk out, carnage is really the best description. There are bodies in twisted shapes scattered over the ground. Pure carnage. As you walk out of the nest into the sunlight, cheers burst around you as the armies of the living cheer your success. Before you also stand the spirits of the mother trees. They smile in unison and congratulate you all. As they raise their hands, the crowd around you goes silent.
So everyone sees the spirits?
Everyone sees the spirits.
Does Bruce see the blight actively blighting still in the background?
Oh, good question.
That's a great question. You do not.
So the blight's gone.
It is not gone. You do see the blight around, but it does not. You can't see it spreading, I should say. The blight still looks like it still exists.
Okay.
Okay. The mother trees almost grow in size. Really. They stand above you all so that all can see and hear what they have to say next. Part of this will skip because it is specifically for Pell, so we will come back to that if he is able to join. If Tim is able to join back in.
It says, Pell, you a bitch.
The first person that they speak to is Ed. They smile down at her and say, "Child, you are the latest in a long line of our favored ones. You must continue this tradition and do so wisely. Your task for the remainder of your time here shall be removal of the blight." And they all clasp their hands together, and from their palms drops down a staff that Ed catches. So we were cleansed by the potion of Flainth, so will that power flow through this staff. We task you with bringing an end to the blight in this world. This staff is made with a piece of each of us. Use it well. They turn to Pell next. We'll skip this part and come back. But they bless him and his worship of them to Harlow and Bruce. "Hello, guardians. Long have we awaited this day. What might you wish of us?"
You said this one is to Bruce?
And Harlow.
Gee, John, not listening.
I am listening. It cut out. I think Harlow looks at to see where his emotions are in all of this, and I think Harlow says, like, I would want unity back in our land with both tribes and communities to be back under the watch of the mother trees.
They look at you, Bruce. What might you wish of us?
I want one of those blight sticks.
They laugh and smile. Our minds have expected your answers. Harlow, thoughtful. Bruce, immediate.
Bruce, impatient.
However, we count those as nothing. Itune, our creator and patron, has granted us a boon, which we will give to you and your tribe. They beckon over Harlow, your mother, the Loxodons and the Minotaurs.
Shala's there?
Hmm?
Shala's there?
Shala's there. As you look around,
Harlow immediately
you see the Loxodons, the Minotaurs. There's hordes of Dragonborn. These Dragonborn are scaled with leather armor, some chainmail. Most of them are carrying spears or long axes. They have manes that are manes of like horns, basically, that look like they're overgrown and twirled into different shaped braids. There are Aarakocra flying over them. You don't recognize or remember these people in the battle at the beginning, and are not sure where they came from.
So they're flying Kevins?
None that you see right now.
They look like flying Kevins.
Some of them might actually. The mother
Bruce
trees.
is gonna go up to each one and go, "Do you know Kevin? You know Kevin?"
Yes, that would be. Because Kevin's still on the ship.
Kevin was with the elves, correct? You've not seen Kevin for a while. It might be good to check in.
He listens.
The mother
He's
trees
only
continue. Henceforth shall these tribes be united under one banner as the Mother's Guardians. With the Tune's boon, we begin the restoration of your homeland, charging all of you with keeping its peace and spreading the healing. Henceforth, let the Broken Hills be known by a new name, the Garden of Peace. From behind the tribe, two voices ring forth in unison, Ed and Tritus Valerians. So shall it be known, my ladies. They turn to Valen next. Finally to you, our child of the forest, long lived away from us in a city. What might you wish of the mothers? You alone on this relationship with us. We have long puzzled over this question of what to give you. But this answer we have finally found. A gift was given to the elves at the founding of the worlds by Atuna. One that until very recently was thought nearly lost. We grant you the ability of singing to our children that may help you. That they may help you. You will use your natural abilities and this gift well to bring honor and joy to us all. At this point, Kirith and Ellie dogpile Valen as they burst from behind an approaching Tritus Valerian, who bows deeply the party and the mothers. At this point, we're going to hop back to Pell because it's bothering me to not say it. They turn finally to Pell. Pell, you who have chosen to honor us above all else will be given a mighty gift. Harlow, as a druid, you feel a rush of natural magic. And then behind you, you feel kind of a breath go. As you turn, the nest blooms with life as living plants overtake every nook and cranny. Here shall be your temple and monument to your battle against the Blight. In our names, we bless this space as a safe haven for all living creatures, and we bless you, Pell, to lead them. You are our priest, and offer guidance to the rest of them. Tritus stands from their very deep bow. Congratulations seem to be in order for you all. They salute you. Anything you need, please consider myself in your debt. As they stand to their feet, tears can be seen flowing down their cheeks. I have sent word to the Emperor and Empress of our victory in the field. They will be along shortly to speak with the assembled armies. There is now time for the people of all the armies to mingle, rest, and finally take a breath. And I'm sure that you would wish to join them.
Bruce pokes Harlow. Should we let Titus know that of the 10 scouts that didn't make it?
Harlow nods his head and acknowledges the sacrifice that of the ones that couldn't be here, and that helped them along this journey. Because without them, it would have been even more difficult.
We appreciate your remembrance of our people. They gave their lives as they swore to do in defense of the Empire. They died well.
On the wind, you hear a faint voice of Flames going, "They executed Order 66.
Oh, God damn it. At this point, Valen just kind of walks off with Kirith and Ellie to spend some time with his loved ones. Around you are the armies of the living. They are I guess for our minds, essentially they are the Maori, right? They are very heavily tattooed, with the tattoos being in their feathers, or they've had they've had feathers removed to resemble tattoos in these kind of beautiful patterns. And the Dragonborn are essentially Vikings. There are hundreds of longships pulled up along this river that runs by the nest. So that's how you see that they have come into this. If you guys want to take a short rest or do anything or talk to anybody, now would be the time. After that, it'll be about an hour-ish before Tritus has said that the Imperial retinue will appear.
Bruce is going to take a short rest.
Okay.
Harlow will do the same. Well,
Okay.
Would you allow Harlow to meditate during his short rest?
Sure. If there's no one you want to interact with or do anything, then yeah, you guys can literally just rest. So yeah, you can roll hit dice or do whatever you want for that short rest. Meditate, more than fine. After about an hour of these armies mingling, kind of these three very different cultures interacting almost for the first time for many of them in this kind of setting, or this kind of like closeness, really. You know of these other cultures, but you're not interacting with them on a daily basis. The Emperor and Empress and their accompanying nobles and guards appear, having magically traveled from Terra. They speak in unison, the Emperor and Empress do, to the gathered armies, their voices booming across the field. Hail to you all, the victors of this glorious day. The Empire shall forever be in your debt. They bow. To our loyal legionnaires,
Hey, sorry.
Tim. Hi, Tim.
Got
Hey
phone.
there!
Timur.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. No
Okay.
worries.
Died, by the way.
Everybody
Oh,
died.
cool.
I'm going to rewind for just a second and give you a little bit of a recap. We said Dragonvor died. Everyone left. There's assembled armies. The Legion looks pretty decimated. But the Viking Dragonborn and the Maori Aarakocra came to help fight these bad guys. The Mother Tree spirits have gotten real big and talked to you all and asked questions / gave gifts. I will now read their gift to Pell, which has already been recorded, but you're here now, so you get to hear it. So rewind. Pell. As the Mother Trees are speaking to everybody, they turn to you specifically and say, Pell, you are the one who has chosen to honor us above all else and will be given a mighty gift. They smile and you feel the magic of life burst forth from them. Living plants overtake every nook and cranny of the nest, once occupied by Dragonvor. Here shall be your temple, and a monument to your battle against the Blight. In our names, we bless this space as a safe haven for all living creatures, and we bless you to lead them as their guardian.
Wow.
Now fast forward. The Emperor and Empress have appeared after about an hour, and other gifts being given to everybody, / blessings being given to everybody.
Did we get more bags of holding?
No. Your bags of holding actually disappear. Just kidding. So, the
Actually
The
get
Emperor and
more
Empress
beautiful.
speak to their army first. To our loyal legionnaires, you have more than fulfilled the terms of your duty. Today, all of you have earned a name. One we create in honor of this day. A new name and dominum. Custodes. You watch as they say that, and it's almost like that word is a word of power. Custodes. It rings
Does
throughout.
Valen's wife and child get a name?
You would not know. That can just be a thought that Bruce has. You do not know. You are unfamiliar with how this magic works. But the word rings throughout the crowd. Literally ringing in your ears. You watch as the legionnaires beside you their armor blazes with power, and a new sigil appears on the kind of like the left breast of their armor, of a shield above a broken sword, and that's on every legionnaire you can see.
Bruce walks up to one of the legionnaires and asks him, "Your armor's glowing red. Did Harlow use heat metal on you?"
God damn it!
You walk up to this legionnaire. They are physically trembling. You can see cuts, bruises. Their armor, part of it is torn off. They are injured, but they are standing at full attention, trembling as tears stream down their face.
And Bruce just goes, "Hey, you want to know something funny?"
Yes, they are kind of in awe of receiving this. This is something that not everybody gets, and they just blessed basically a legion's worth of people, several legions worth of people with that honor.
Bruce turns to Harlow and says, "You should stop using heat metal on them. They look a little rough."
Bruce, thank you.
The Emperor and Empress continue to speak. To our friends that came not only to the aid of the severed empire, but to the aid of the world's future. Let us on this day break whatever bonds have held us distant in the past, break whatever simple alliances we had previously formed, and pursue new relationships, recognizing each other not only as equals, but as brothers and sisters. Cheers echo across the armies as the Emperor and Empress finish their speech. The Imperials approach you all, and Titus Valerian. Thank you all for the great service you have rendered for the Empire. Please follow us to discuss the future. Nearby, a tent is quickly erected, and the Emperor and Empress walk in along with the leaders of the various nations, states, and tribes. As you go inside, you see these people seated around a table. You see Harlow, you see your mother and Bruce's father. You see Ed, who is accompanying probably one of the oldest people you've ever seen in your life. You see an elf that is literally almost a raisin.
Are they a cute raisin? Are they a cute raisin?
They are old as fuck. So, I don't know. Does her like gilfs?
We don't know. We've never established.
We've
With
never
two
established.
G's.
Yeah, it's with two G's actually. Gilfs.
There's actually a third one, but it's silent.
Actually, in the case of this Elven grandmother, it's like 85 G's that are silent. This is probably the oldest person that any of you have ever seen. They are absolutely ancient. Additionally, there is a highly adorned Aarakocra with heavily dyed feathers, again, kind of indicating those Maori-style tattoos from our world, and a Dragonborn with sweeping blonde braids and brightly polished leather armor. Brief introductions are made between you all and these leaders. The name of the elf is Brigitte Leaf Song. The Aarakocra is Kilar Kosat. And the Dragonborn is Hetir Frekison. The Imperials speak first. You notice that they they speak together quite a bit. They seem to share power. They're not speaking in unison, but they're kind of accompanying each other as they speak. One of them is saying words here or there, really supporting what the other person is saying, adding more details when necessary, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They say, let us abandon formality and speak plainly to each other. For our part, the Empire is devastated by this blight and may yet not survive. However, failure is not a word we are accustomed to using in the Empire. We plan to rebuild what was broken, stronger and better than before. Onward to a new day we shall rise. Victrix Terra. The personal guards of the Emperor and Empress echo that cry. Brigitte Leafsong rises next, assisted by Ed. Greetings, fellow lords and ladies. None of you may know me, as the majority of our civilization has remained hidden for centuries. Long have we rebuffed the curiosity of others, but the Council has decided that that time is past. It is time to share amongst you that our home is Ophidheim. It is also home to one of the mother trees. I am the eldest among us, the last among the elves that was alive when Atune planted the Utilcaden, and thus was I chosen to speak with you all. He turns to speak specifically to the Emperor and Empress. I speak with the blessing of our people, that despite our twisted history, we shall assist the Empire in its attempts to rebuild. The Emperor and Empress bow and fall to their knees. You honor us with this knowledge, Counselor Leafsong. To you, we give the North. Our cities there will not support our population. We must focus and drive our people to where we are needed most at this time. That space is yours and for shall ever be your own. Pilar, the Aarakocra, speaks next. It is somewhat difficult for most of you to understand, as his words are accompanied with a variety of clicks with his beak. Many of our people's lands have been overtaken by this blight. In exchange for your assistance in healing our lands, our warriors and traders will support all your efforts to rebuild your empire, so long as our autonomy is respected. We also request sole governance of the isles that lie offshore of Ascalon, with sole rights to their resources. They are very brief and to the point. The Emperor and Empress confer amongst themselves for a moment. Honored Kilar, we can accept most of your terms, however. Governance of the Isles must be brought to the people for approval. They nod in acceptance. Etir Frekison speaks next through a thick accent. Hello, lords and ladies, my people will aid as well. Our trade routes will be shared with your navy, and any future raiding of the Terran trade ships by my people will be discouraged. All we ask in return is premium access to Argentus, along with the status of as your preferred supplier of goods. Again, the Emperor and Empress confer and speak again. Our land is ravaged and barren, our herds decimated by wild creatures and lack of food. Flexibility in trading would be greatly appreciated by our nation, with promises of repayment for your kindness in the future. This we must long consider. And both parties again bow to each other. During these exchanges, are you guys just kind of sitting there and listening, or is there anything that you all want to say?
Well, they seem to be getting along well, so
Mhm.
Pell would kind of be more listening.
Okay.
I think
They,
Harlow is doing the same, sitting next to and Pell.
Bruce is sitting next to him, but he's trying not to fall asleep.
Every once in a while, Harlow just steps on his foot.
perfect. They turn, finally, the Emperor and Empress, to Shala and Bruce's dad, whose name I can't remember. But I'm thinking it was like Robert.
I think so.
It was Scott.
Was it
Was-
Scott or Robert?
I think it was Scott. Because at first it was going to be Greg, and then I asked if we could change it.
Mm-hmm. It's Scott.
There we go.
So Shala and Scott. The Emperor and Empress bow down to you. Or bow down to them as well.
Howdy.
We expect and cannot accept anything from you, our long neglected new friends. The Empire has overlooked you for too long and will offer you any support you need for your own growth. Your land is yours, given to you by the gods. So witness earth, so witness sky. The Empire shall never encroach upon your land unless you wish it. Be it a land of peace as it is named. A garden for growth. They continue to outline their plans for growth. They are going to focus the population between Terra and Argentis, along with the area between them as a trade route. All the other cities are abandoned, will be left empty, with one legion patrolling the route between Terra and Argentis, noble families being tasked with bolstering trade and developing farming villages along that trade route, with one legion tasked with travel between the abandoned cities to keep them safe, removing unwanted creatures, and maintaining all the roads that already exist there. A
I
figure
think Harlow finally speaks up. Sorry, go ahead.
So if at this point a figure appears from behind Shala, and it's one that some of you recognize quite well. It's a little dwarven lady with lots of knives and leather armor. You've seen her in a bar in Terra.
I was just about to ask.
The hive has been
The
this is
queen.
Apis Vitar, leader of the hive. The Emperor and Empress task the hive with acting as a merchant's guild and supervising all trade. There are many preliminary discussions, but there is a multitude more to come. They discuss hiring mercenaries to protect far-reaching areas or hard-to-get-to places that it would take the legions too long to travel to. Again, there's a lot of minutia here. Finally, after exploring that, Bruce probably falling asleep a couple times and being awoken by Harlow.
As he's getting awoken, he impulsively swings his arms.
You knock a couple times into a guard of the Emperor and Empress, but they just look at you.
Does he hit Harlow?
Make an attack roll.
God damn it.
Is that just strength?
Strength and proficiency, yeah.
13?
Nope.
No.
Plus proficiency.
Oh, plus 2, so 15.
Nope.
No.
And that's a 20.
Um,
I believe the 20 hits.
dude.
It's an armed strike, so really you're going to do like 1 point of damage.
Yeah. Still, he goes. Ah.
Mm-hmm. After discussing the kind of minutia for a while, they finally turn to you all. What of you? We don't really even know what to call you, besides our saviors. Slayers of the Blightbringer Dragonvor. What plans might you have next? For the Empire is ready to assist you in any way that you need. Before them, on the table, one of their guards lays the horn, left by Dragonvor, or as he called himself, Azul Bugra, as he was partially formed and then destroyed. What is this? What must we do with it?
Does Bruce have his blight stick?
Like a stick that's blighted?
No, the one just like Ed got.
Did
No.
Bruce just go outside and find a stick and claim it as a blight stick?
No, Bruce asked the mother retreats for a blight stick.
No, I'm aware, and he didn't get it. So did he just go outside and find a stick?
Not that bad. He's just gonna go take Ed's.
Make an investigation check for me to see if you can find Ed. Armies of thousands and thousands of people.
That's 12.
Nope. Ed is nowhere to be found.
He's just harassing random elves.
Are you Ed? Are you Ed?
20 ears.
20 years,
That's
blue
right.
tattoos,
Bruce
you're Ed.
picks up every single one. Goes, is this it? Is this Ed?
Yeah,
No.
he holds him up. This head. No. He picks up the old
elf,
lady
like
one.
multiple times.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny because where's Ed, guys?
Well, I thought Ed was at the table with the king and queen,
Yep.
or empress and emperor.
Yep. Bruce is just walking
So-
around outside looking for Ed, and she is sitting at the table.
And we didn't say anything.
That
Bruce,
sounds
after you
alright.
get back, you see Ed sitting at the table with Brigitte Leafsong.
The who at what where?
Harlow is just has
Next to the
not
old lady.
broken the raisin.
Yeah.
The Raisin Elf.
Bruce goes
Broken
up
like
to-
eye contact with Ed this whole time while Bruce is going around going, Ed?
Excuse me.
Does Bruce recognize the stick?
Yes, there is the staff by Ed.
Because he wants to go use that to then poke Dragonvor's horn.
Okay.
Understanding plan just goes, hell, figure it out.
Ed is somewhat resistant to your grabbing of the staff, rightfully so, as it is a gift from all of the mother trees with their essence kind of in it.
Harlow, just give that back, Bruce.
We need to get on the horn.
We have ways of doing that, though.
Ed smiles and says, yeah, I can do it, and uses it to cast a spell. It strikes the horn and sends it scattering across the table. It does not cause any damage to it.
See, it's deblighted.
It did not seem to be blighted in the first place.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's what the problem was.
It is still just a bright red, almost kind of glowing in a way. And it is
Harlow
longer.
do
It is
Arcana
longer and
check?
yeah, sure, absolutely you can. It is bigger than the horns that Dragonvor had and looks different.
So maybe it's not a horn.
It is a horn.
Is
It's
it his
rolling
third horn?
like that.
Is it his lower horn?
Would you roll?
Yeah, it's the lower horn.
Not great.
Hmm.
Look,
What is it, John?
I think it was like an 8.
An
With
8.
advantage, so let me roll again.
Why do you get advantage? You get advantage on Arcana
I'm
checks?
saying it rolled advantage.
Oh, it rolled advantage. Okay.
So we take the 4. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'll take the 8.
Yeah, whatever.
The next
Uh,
one.
Oof. His horn is red. There is definitely some kind of magical feel to it. It has power, you can tell. With a 8, you are completely unaware of what that may be. But this horn does have power. Magical power to it.
How it goes?
but being that it
Have
seems
better
to,
luck with it?
well, Pel, looking at it, knowing that it seems to come from some kind of hellish entity, he wants to check it against his religious knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, make a religion check.
Religion roll. Poopy. Still an 18 though.
18. This is the horn of the demon that was possessing Dragonvor. It was not fully formed, and it was trying to come into this world when Dragonvor was slain. So this is the piece of it that was left behind.
I guess is there any kind of
Judging by its size, you can tell it was probably a demon prince of some kind. This horn, the magic that it holds is an attunement to the plane of Infernus.
Pel kind of pushes it away from himself. But I guess is there any kind of does it probably know anything about like how to I guess if it could be used for any kind of
Yeah, it definitely
dark
could be used.
magic or how to destroy them.
Give me an Arcana check as well with your religion to see how much you can associate with the magical knowledge with the religious knowledge.
23.
23. You know everything. This horn
We know it.
This horn is part of Azul-Bugra, who is a demon prince. One of note, or one that was of note in history. Why he was bringing the blight, you're not sure. But you have read his name before in historical texts and religious texts. As far as Arcana goes, this horn could be used to try and bring him back to this plane, or summon him to this plane. But that would be a very difficult and complicated process.
And probably not a good idea.
The easiest use for this is that it's attuned to the plane of Infernus, which means it can be used to cast plane shift to that plane of existence.
We can send people to hell.
Yes. Should you use this as a material component to cast the spell, it would send you to hell.
Perfect for Pel's new church.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So Harlow stops and goes, "Are you saying that we need to go there?"
The Emperor and Empress do not know. We ask your plans. We bring this as the final piece of what you slew, of who is slain. Whether you want us to keep this locked up, hidden away, or you wish to use it to see what may come next or why this all happened, that is up to you. We do not have such power. That is beyond all of us. Even our strongest warriors pale in comparison to you. It is your will that will guide us going forward. Should you wish, the Empire will take this, as we have defeated Dragonvor, defeated his armies, and hide it away forever, under lock and key, that none may enter Infernus, and should anyone attempt to use it to enter Infernus or to bring Dragonvor back, we will stop them dead in their tracks. The Empire shall regrow and rebuild and flourish anew.
Harlow sits there and understands and goes, "Horns grow back." Yes?
Well, bodies don't grow back from horns typically.
But who's to say that this was not just one piece? And not.
You are right, young Harlow. This seems to be just one piece of the puzzle. Should you wish to find more, it appears that Infernus is where you must go. Voices kind of arise at that statement. However, that is not our plan. That must be your plan. The Empire respects whatever you wish to do. Should you wish to be done with all of this, pain and suffering, and constant danger, we respect that and will assist you in your decision to live in peace. Harlow and Bruce, you have been gifted the Garden of Peace. May you and your families rule it well. Pel, this nest is your temple now, to bring honor and glory to the Mother Trees, to protect all those that come here in peace, and to spread the word of the Mother Trees throughout these lands. Your friend Valen, now finally able to be with his wife and child in peace. I want that for him forever. We want that for him forever. Whatever choice you may make is your own, and the Empire supports you. So really, at this point, it's up to you guys. What do you want to do next? Are you feeling?
Harlow. Harlow looks at Bruce and goes,
Are we visiting hell?
kind of stops and goes, "Didn't you just talk about being tired, my friend?"
I did, but hell sounds awesome.
Think of the swords you could get.
Exactly.
Harlow goes, "Hell?"
Sorry, I got quiet there.
Friend, care for one more adventure?
Bell says we have to keep this land safe. It seems that it won't be left alone until we take care of the source of the blight. I know
So
why it
we
was
know what we must do. As our adventure continue then.
Of course. And the Highway to Hell starts playing.
So the decision is made. The Emperor and Empress say. You will go to the plane of Infernus, where the demons reside, and discover where this blight is from and how to finally put a stop to it. Are you sure that is your choice?
If we have the blessing of the mother trees in you, then it is our choice.
The Empire blesses you in all that you do. You are the guardians. They bow to you deeply. Now, can any of you reach the plane with that spell of plane shift? know. We have limited magical abilities available to us here, but I'm sure we could, if you cannot, we might be able to supply a scroll.
Harlow goes,
I don't think Pelican. Yeah. I don't think anybody else can use a plane shift, but I think it would be prudent for us to take some time and regroup and maybe study up on Infernus.
Please use the academy as much as you need. Terra is yours to utilize its resources, utilize its spaces for anything you need.
Harlow goes, I think rest first is the best option before just jumping into it, so I agree.
Agreed. Please allow us. They turn to one of their guards, who seems to...
What's their name?
The name of the guard?
Yes.
Their name of the guard is Gaius Calidus.
That's somewhat believable.
Thank you. It is actually a name I came up with. You would know that they earned their name for being very cunning in battle, as each last name of a legionnaire means something. They seem to focus for a moment, and a doorway appears. Please, all of you, rest. The space we have created for you. You go inside.
Harlow goes first.
Okay. Harlow, you go inside first.
Instantly dies.
They cast power word kill on you and you die immediately.
No, it's actually just a portal to hell.
Mm-hmm. Your feet are on fire.
The floor is lava.
Yep, the floor is lava.
And the walls.
They before you see a long hallway. It is brightly lit with torches and large arches with plaques above them are spaced evenly throughout.
So wait, were we in Terra now? I haven't missed that.
Nope, you are not. You are still on the plains of battle.
Okay.
They have just cast
Well-
a spell to help you rest.
Okay.
Where we are.
Before you, Harlow, is an arch with a plaque above it that says Harlow.
I go through that archway.
As you enter the archway, lights flicker on. Before you is kind of the interior of a tent. The walls of the tent kind of rustle with a soft blow of soft gusts of wind. Familiar smells of your homeland greet you. Your favorite bed, your favorite pillow lay on the ground.
My favorite uwu pillow?
Your favorite body pillow that with a very badly drawn elephant leaning backwards towards you.
On the corner of it, it has written Flames was here.
On a table beside you is an oil lamp that is flickering in the falling night, and a plate of one of your mother's favorite food, of one of your mother's favorite dishes. Of your favorite dishes of your mother, I guess, is a better way to put that. You can smell the warm spices, the fresh fruits. This, finally, for the first time in a very long time, feels like peace.
I think at this point, Harlow sits down, finally, like, himself to notice, like, broken tusk.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Which tusk is broken, Harlow? Do you
It would-
remember?
it was right.
It was the right.
I
Okay.
believe so. I could be wrong. Because the left ring of swapping on it.
Mm-hmm. You focus on this piece of you that was broken away a long time ago. It's kind of one of those things like your eyes can see your nose, but your brain makes you ignore it. Anytime your eyes tried to focus on the shattered tusk, they shifted away, not wanting you to kind of think about the pain and suffering that was caused by that. But now you take the time to be at peace with it. It is part of your history.
Harlow takes a little bit more time. Pulls Fig's hammer to his side, holds that in his hand because he hasn't held that in a long, long time,
Mm-hmm.
and just quietly just says, "Here, my friend."
You pull out Sprig's hammer. He is. You feel that he is with you. This is your home. You know that Sprig was given a home in the Mother Tree as a guardian. It's almost like you can feel his laughter echoing, running past with the other children, playing a game of tag. Peace. You are at peace.
And Harlow just sits there and just embraces the silence and allows himself to embrace it.
Okay. Who enters next?
I guess Bell, though.
Hell, you enter, and to your left is an archway, brightly lit with torches, with the name Pell above it. Archway is currently dark.
Yeah, I guess Bell walks towards it.
As you enter, you also see what was your home for a long time before you were taken away by that dreadful pirate and made a slave. You see the carved rock, the carved tunnels of the home you grew up in. You see firelight, lamplight, torchlight bouncing off the walls. You see the art painted on with vegetable dyes, with plant dyes. You see your brothers and sisters, or the memories of them running through the halls, tripping each other, laughing, all following into each other as the game quickly ends into bouts of laughter. You see before you your room. Fairly sparse. A book on the table, as always. Something to read. You see your training swords, your rapier, the bow you always used to carry to go hunting. Above you, a new thing you can see is 4 glittering golden trees that shine a light in the ceiling of your room. They were never there before, but now you see them spinning, casting an ever-present golden light upon you and those that you love. Is there anything that you wish to do?
No, I mean, Pell just, finds his bed and collapses into it. Looks up at the spinning, glittering trees and feels safe and ready for rest.
And rest is easy to find. You drift off, the sound of laughter echoing in your ears, and soft golden light bathing you in a sense of safety and peace. Bruce, do you enter next?
Yep.
Nope.
Bruce, you see again a long hallway with arches. The one to your right says Bruce.
Say Bruce or Bruce?
Bruce.
Is Bruce sure that that's his hallway?
You see down the hallway that 2 others are lit, that this one and one other are dark. You can read, so you're pretty sure that this says your name on it.
Bruce, say
I
Bruce
guess Bruce goes down
Thunderhorns.
It does. It says Thunderhorns very small under Bruce.
That's gonna have to be a little larger next time.
I'm gonna have to talk to my agent on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Playing the Gaius about it.
Do you enter?
Yes.
Bruce, before you see a sight unlike anything you have ever seen before. It's familiar, but different. You also see a tent. Unlike Harlow's, which was light, sand-colored, white and brown tanned, yours is black and red, as is the tent of your forefathers and your tribe. That, however, does not bring you peace. The contents of the room bring you peace. For everywhere in this room is swords.
God
I
damn
knew
it.
it.
I was like, I could see it coming.
You see your bed, the bed you grew up sleeping in. Beside it, there was always a table with a lamp. Not much else in this room.
I have a question for Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a fantasy race car bed?
No, this is a bed made of swords.
It's like the
Yeah.
Iron Throne.
I was getting to that. Besides what you had grown up with, the parts of your bed are now swords. The posts at the head and foot. The table is set swords bent to shape to make a side table for you. The rug is swords laid tip to hilt, alternating to form a glittering rug. Racks of swords line the walls, swords that you recognize, things that you have picked up on your travels. Beside the bed, in a place of honor, is Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
You are unsure if you are seeing the future, or if this is just a dream. But you feel peace, being in the presence of a thing that you do really love.
And he
It's
knows
calm.
loves him.
Mm-hmm.
Is the duck sword
There's
there?
something about the shine of steel that brings peace to you.
Yes.
There's something about the rote action of sharpening a blade that is like meditation to you. You know swords. Swords are easy for you. The care, the maintenance, you understand a sword. Here, everything is a sword. This is home. And you are at peace.
Mm-hmm. And yes, the rubber duck is always with Bruce.
Yeah, it's on the damn table. Of course it is.
Duck say as he walks into the room.
Quack.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, as you lay down in your bed, finally seeking a moment of rest, you see Valen follow you inside.
Valen's
His
coming to
archway
my
is no, Valen's archway is across from yours.
Dude, get out of my room.
Bruce doesn't swing that way.
Mm-hmm. Along with
Bruce.
Valen is Kirith and Ellie. And you watch Valen walk into his own home. You hear light music playing. You can smell the smells of fresh baked bread, of a stew slowly simmering on the stove. And just happy laughter as a family
I'd say
spends
Bruce
time
is
together for the
punching
first
over
time in quite a while. You all are able to take a long rest.
Hell yeah.
You wake up in the morning in your respective areas. What would you like to do?
Well, Bruce goes over to Valen's room to go get breakfast because he was very hungry after last
I was doing the
night.
same thing, yeah.
I would say that you.
Harlow's there already making breakfast. because everyone else is still.
Mm-hmm. I would say that you are joyously and happily welcomed into Valen's home.
See Pell sitting at the table just drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm. Kirith is at the stove. Harlow and Ellie are playing a game of leapfrog.
With the duck. Don't forget the duck.
You toss the duck to them and the duck joins in.
Valen just walking out of the room just with a weird waddle.
Yeah, how well soundproofed are the rooms?
They are as soundproof as anybody wants them to be.
We'll just make Valen's bedroom sound, dead.
You hear the light drifting tunes of Wonderwall. All of you see Valen and recognize a smile on his face that has been missing for some time. This is just me trying to think of what Meg would say. So if Meg would like to change anything, Meg can. But Valen's happy to see
Valen
his
would
family.
have that moment of Roger's going back in time to have the life and family that he wanted.
Mm-hmm. You see a happiness in Valen that you have never seen before.
Soreness. Don't forget soreness.
You see a soreness you greatly recognize in Valen.
Yeah, but not to this extreme.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, these rooms had whatever we wanted in them, really. So, I mean, who knows what was in Valen's room?
Yeah, no one knows. That door is locked. Locked tight. Just like Valen's butthole.
Pell's got some good lock-picking skills.
Kirith provides you all with a delicious breakfast. It's simple. Nothing too fancy. But it is plentiful, filling, and really the first home-cooked meal any of you have had in months.
Long time.
As you finish breakfast, this spell begins to fade around you. You see parts of the walls beginning to kind of dissipate and fall.
The bacon Pell's eating disappears.
The food is still material enough that you can finish the piece of bacon, and it does not feel like it has left your stomachs either. You are satisfied with your
That was a good
meal.
quit.
It evacuates your body real quick.
All of
Suddenly you
you
feel hungry.
stand in a tent. Gaius Calidus stands before you, bows to you and says, "My lord and my lady have gone for the time being, but asked me to keep you in your spaces as long as I could. I hope they met to your satisfaction."
How many swords did Bruce walk out of his room with?
Let's find out. 59.
Jesus
D100.
Christ.
Unfortunately, all the swords do disappear.
So
So
you don't know
zero.
that because they were in your bag of holding.
Yeah, I mean, I fully expect that every time we do a battle, like Bruce goes around afterwards and picks up all the swords.
Pretty much, yeah. That's kind of what I've as headcanon.
Ooh, piece of candy. Piece of candy.
Exactly.
Blood on it.
Just puts them all in the bag of holding, so it's way fuller than we think it is.
Exactly. It's quite full of swords. Nothing else useful. Just swords. In fact,
Swords
you
So
would
when we
need
put-
to get money out to put more swords in.
So when we trap that monster in it, then the monster got impaled by swords, I assume.
yes.
Like monstrosity, yeah.
You all are left alone in this tent. Is there anything that you wish to do next? If not immediately, Valen is going to take another moment and share with you all that he learned from Kirith and Ellie that sorry, name blanking right now. His essentially servant,
Yeah.
his tormentor turned servant,
Fabius?
lies seriously injured and close to death with no healing helping at this time. He tells you the story of how several monstrosities broke through the lines of the Legion and went after the healers. But Cineas stood there using his chains that were bound to him as a reminder of his penalty to defend those that he could. During that fight, he fell with a grievous wound, but is essentially in recovery, but in critical condition.
And no healing's helping.
And no healing is helping. Valen begs off to go sit by his side and says that whatever plan the group was doing for now, Valen will is coming with them, no matter the danger, no matter the cost. We'll see this end together.
Harlow nods, and on the wind you hear Flank again say,
So what do you guys want to do? You're in a huge army camp full of people you don't know. Is there anything you want to do?
So is Cineas like on hospice care, or are they actually going to fix him?
Unknown at this time. It seems that the traditional healing that they have attempted so far is not working. So the other healing methods are being explored.
so what you're saying is they really truly need a wonder.
Yeah. A wall of some kind could help.
It's kind of
Exactly.
Wonderwall.
Because, after all, Wonderwall.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. Is there anything you guys wanted to do before you went back to Terra to research the plane of Infernus?
I guess when the Mother Trees kind of like gave Pell like this area, did it change at all, or is it like?
Yes. So what was once these kind of essentially imagine an upside down bird's nest, right? Just ticks.
Yeah.
But you can see through it of stone. It became overgrown with plant life. So it's still like a structure. It still has the rock structure holding it together, but it is completely filled with all kinds of different plants.
Okay.
Imagine living vines just trailing from everything.
Mm-hmm. Did they fill in the holes in the ceiling
Some of them.
caused by meteors?
Some of them, yes. The ones caused by meteors, yes. There's still holes in the ceiling, like there are areas that are covered, but there are areas that will let in light permanently
Yeah.
and allow things to grow forever.
Okay. Bell likes it.
And should you wish, you can choose to name it whatever you want. Because I could not think of a good one.
The Dome of Life.
The Dome of Life. There we go. I like it. Perfect. So the Dome of Life awaits you. The Emperor and Empress await you to take you back to Terra with them.
Mhm.
As you wish, you expressed a wish to begin researching the plane of Infernus. Valen is currently with Sinius Raptor and Valen's own family. But the world really is yours at this time. If you want to go shopping, if you want to go do anything else, or if you just want to relax and go back to Terra, smoke some dope, drink some beer.
Man, it's truly our wonder.
Yeah, I guess we can probably do our shopping when we get to Terra. Instead of doing that here. I guess Pell's probably gonna go and try to make his temple into a temple. I don't know.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do to make your temple
Meantime.
more of a temple? I mean, because really, it literally right now is just a really plant-filled area.
Yeah, and there was a
Harlow
million
will help.
tunnels and rooms. Probably use the rooms for things.
Harlow
Yeah.
will assist Pell in all of this.
Absolutely. And as you begin working on things, groups of people come to help. Legionnaires. Mostly Legionnaires, really, are assisting. Breaking down walls. That map of the nest is no longer just tunnels. It is being broken up into large rooms. There's a meeting hall. There's the central area is the full chapel, where they help you erect altars. They help carve emblems of the mother tree.
Harlow's helping. I'm gonna use the spell Conjure Animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm summoning my 8 giant badgers.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that love to eat dirt.
Yeah.
Have it disappear.
What are the badgers doing, John?
Eating the dirt, making it prettier.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Helping clear the.
Helping clear out the tunnels.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Whatever they goddamn want, Ian.
Yeah, I think I suppose all the plant life would probably hold the dome together too without support.
Yeah, yes, it does completely. They form canopies. They form. You see, like there, you can use them. You can use them to form rooms. Literal walls of vines will grow where you wish them to. These plants respond to you, Pell, and your wishes for this space.
Yeah, I guess the Pell would probably like some trees to show up to be the supporting parts that hold up the dome.
Mhm.
Even if the
Yeah,
vines
in the
do
middle. In the middle, you can plant 4 trees,
Yeah,
and the mother trees will use their spirit to
that'd be
cause
cool.
these trees to grow, and one represents each of them. There is a
Yeah,
swamp oak. There is a tall pine. There's a baobab tree, and one that is unidentifiable but is made of stone.
it's harder than all the rest.
Mhm. And that is where, in the middle of them, is where you place your altar.
Yeah, that's cool.
A sacrificing altar?
Yep. And you begin sacrificing the Legionnaires as blood sacrifices to the mother trees.
We take the demon
Trust
horn and we
me.
open up the portal to hell. There you go.
Mhm.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Trust me, I'm going to cut you open.
Look, you want us to get to hell, right?
Exactly.
Preferably not inside the temple.
Mm-hmm.
The badgers help soundproof the so no one can scream.
Another thing that's important: acoustics inside the temple. Very
The
important.
acoustics, they gotta be good, right? And with that, I'll probably end the session. We'll pick up next time with you guys traveling to Terra. Kamia's real crying, so I'm gonna go take care of him and put him back to sleep. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you for coming to this session.
Yeah.
Can't wait to continue this journey with you all.
Oh yeah, it's sweet.
Thanks,
As I
guys.
say, you can't get rid of us that easily.
Nah, never want to. Bye, Craig.
See ya.